losing sway after about an hour or so? Was it frustrating because you were in command, in control?
Yeah, you're totally right. Just with the red card, it just absolutely changes the game. As you says, we didn't play our best stuff the first half. We're not going to lie about that either. But we see ourselves 2-0 up half time. We're saying to ourselves, we know we can play better. We can go out stronger. Main aim was obviously keep a clean sheet and try and see the game out. But thought as the first 15 minutes of the second half, yeah, it was just an even enough game. But at the end of the day, the red card changes it.
What did you make of the red card?
To be honest, I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't seen it, but I do hear it is a red card. Muirhead just gets the wrong side of George, and it's just one of them split-second decisions. It's unfortunate, but I don't think there's any complaints with it.
I know it's early in the season, and obviously like results like this can happen, but you know it's one of those ones where you're 2-0 up at home. You really should be seeing it out to win it.
Yeah, and we're not shying away from that. Even with the red card, the 10 players on the pitch are more than capable, more than good enough to see the game out. We have a lot of experience, so yeah, it is really frustrating. But at the end of the day, if we go and get a result next week away to Hibs, then it's a good point. That's the way we look at it. We're going to try and put a positive spin on it. Yes, it's frustrating. Yes, we'll break it down what we could do better. But if we go next week, get a result at Hibs, then it turns into a good point.
Somebody asked me a question, that's maybe a good start.
At half time, you would have taken a point, I take it?
I probably would have took a point before the game. You remember who you're playing, you're in the Premiership. So we're a new group back in the Premiership, albeit there's a few that have been here before. So coming away to Kilmarnock, I think it's going to be a difficult venue. But I think it was 2 shots on goal, 2 goals they had. So I thought we controlled no large portions of the game. They took their moments better than we took our moments. They kind of sat in a kind of mid to low block and then hit us on the counter a couple of times. Poor from us, to be honest. But 2 shots on target, 2 goals is not a great start. We something like 15 shots, 5 on target. But I was pretty happy with how the boys bounced back. They showed real resilience, and I was happy for the group because we changed that a few times at half time. I had to go 2 up top and to try and get something out of the game. I think Zach and Robbie Muirhead done well together. We get that goal, which is a sending off with a penalty for the jersey pull, just with a bog standard ball in behind. Robbie does incredibly well and puts the penalty away. And then we change it, Zach and Bakir go on, and I thought they 2 dovetailed fairly well as well, and I thought Bakir was a wee bit unlucky at the back post, where the keeper's left post, not to connect a wee bit better with the header. And then the boys went on, the subs really helped in the game. I thought Smithy got us up the park, caused real problems. So overall, fairly happy with the performance, but a couple of moments, key moments, that kind of shot ourselves in the own foot.
In terms of, it's been changed a lot of signs stuff like that, but Scott Pittman just remains a constant and showed why.
Well, Pitts is a manager's dream, if I'm honest. He's like, it's not a position you never really think about. He's under a wee bit of pressure this year, so hopefully we'll get a wee bit more out of Pitts in terms of that. But it was Robbie Muirhead. Robbie Muirhead's like Stattle, he knows everything. See, that's Pitts 4 goals away from being Livingston's ever top goal scorer ever. So he's the most appearance holder, he's got the most games in the Premiership, and now he's 4 goals away from being Livingston's all-time top goal scorer. So I think in the modern game that's something you're going to be hard to really replicate anywhere. I think that's testament to wee Pats, and probably testament to my kind of kidnap skills, because I've not really let him at my side most July, so he's kind of in a headlock and I keep him at the club. So I think he's been fantastic for the club, and it's fitting that Pats comes up with that goal.
Red card, David, did you see it in real time?
Yeah, I thought it was a red card in real time, but what I didn't know if it was a bit of coming and going with both. But Neely was obviously on the iPad and Neely said it's a sending off, so we were a wee bit dubious on the second goal. Our second goal, if Zach was offside, but when we kept watching it back, I need to remember VAR's here, because I think I was away up in the stands with the fans celebrating, and then realised VAR's here and I'd look really, really stupid if this goal gets chopped off. So a wee bit dubious, but when you watched it back, I thought it was in real time, but you don't know, you're nearly guessing. And then when we watched it back, it was clear that it was a penalty, and it was clear it was a sending off. I'd actually forgot because I knew there was a VAR check going on, but so I was so involved, not expecting the VAR check to be a wee bit quicker. Would that be fair to say? Because it took a while, did it? No, the game had kept going on and on and on, and by that point I'd kind of forgot about the VAR check. Then when he stopped it, I realised what had happened. So, but I did think it was a pen, and there was no attempt to play ball, so it is a sending off. And that's about it. Anything else? No.
Stuart, fancy the red card change things?
Yeah, I think this is the classic case of that one moment changes a game of football. I think we can play better than what we did in the first half, but what we started getting right was our press. We started turning the ball over. That's where we get 2 goals from. We had a couple of other opportunities in there to capitalise a little bit more. And you're happy, of course. You're in this league going in 2-0 at half time. I think you always find yourself in a dominant position when the opposition change their shape. They've changed it for a reason, because something's not working, because they're behind in a game. And we kind of touched on that at half time. In the initial stages of the second half, we felt comfortable. Livingston changed it to 3-5-2, trying to kind of match us up and see if they can get back in the game. We've had little bits with Jerome coming off the pitch and being sick, and you're down to 10 men for a little bit, but we were comfortable. And then one sort of basic ball down the side of the centre backs, our centre back being in the dominant position, we expect them to deal with it, of course, and I'm not throwing anybody under the bus, it's just the basics of the game. And then, as we say, that one moment, the red card, the penalty, the double whammy, the double punishment, obviously makes it a difficult task with a 1-goal deficit, with the fact that they convert it. But in that, with the 10 men, I still thought that we were resolute, still thought that we were difficult enough to play against. And I didn't really feel our goalkeeper had much to do. He took a couple of cross balls, he had a couple of kicks, but Livingston never tested him. So you're thinking at that point that you're able to kind of muscle your way through the game and come away with the 3 points that I felt at half time looked positive. But we shoot ourselves in the foot by the outcome. We can debate the red card and the penalty, but I think that we need to put ourselves in a position where we're not talking about that.
What was your take on it? Did you have any complaints at all?
I do, yeah, I do. I know we always contest these decisions and we sit here and, there's never been a decision given against your team that you agree with, but from my angle, from the technical area, I actually felt that Muirhead has the initial pull on George, so if we deem both pulls the same, then is the foul earlier in the instant. I do want the centre back to deal with the ball. I don't think it's going enough pace to guarantee that it's going back to the goalkeeper. But even at that, George's contact, is it enough for Muirhead to go down in the fashion that he does? Is it a red card? Listen, we'll all debate it. Some will think it is. Just spoke to a few people downstairs, not of Kilmarnock persuasion, that probably felt it was soft at best. And I probably sit in that camp. I feel it's really, really soft. But as I say, once you put yourself into that position, it becomes a difficult one to argue. I feel it could have been dealt with.
Able to talk us through the new signing, Dominic Thompson, coming in before the game?
Yeah, Dom's somebody obviously that I know that I've signed before. We spoke about trying to get a balance to our team on that left hand side. Ben Branham's good again today. He filled that slot for us yet again. We need to get Dom up to speed, but yeah, it's safe to say it's an area of the pitch that we do need that cover and we do need that balance. So knowing him as I did for a short space of time, working with him, then I think he's somebody that brings good quality. I think he had a good 6 months with Motherwell, and he wants to hit the ground running here. So getting him up to speed, getting him fully fit, I think he gives us that wee bit of strength on that side.
You're 2-0 up at half time against a newly promoted team. You end up getting a draw. Does it almost feel like a defeat?
There's disappointment, of course there is. When you're 2-0 up against anybody, your angle isn't it to try and draw the game. Of course it's not. Newly promoted or not, I think we all acknowledge, and I get told it plenty before the game, that Livingston are a good side, which they are. So that doesn't change anything because we give away a 2-goal lead. What we just spoke about at length there, the game hinges on that one moment, in my opinion. Deal with the ball. Do you feel comfortable? Yeah. Usually sitting watching it as well. Didn't it look as if we were going to concede at that point? And you feel that you can freshen your team up to bring that threat when Livingston are committing bodies forward, to make sure that you try and capitalise on your own opportunities. And it just became a wee bit hear 'em scare 'em as a result of that.
Can you take any positives from the fact that it wasn't a worst case scenario at the end of the game? Obviously 4 minutes to go plus 6 minutes stoppage time. could have been defeated with the way the game was going at that
I
point.
might do tomorrow or Monday, but that's not how it feels just now. Alright, thank you.
Cheers.
The Livingston spirit, definitely summed up 2-0 down.
Yeah, it's a good draw for us. We had a good reaction and we take it.
Even at 2-0 down, you would never write off this Livingston team.
No, we are like this. We trust in each other and we are like this. We are not afraid when we concede 2 goals and just we are like keep going. That's all.
For your first game back in the top flight, it's a very good result for you.
Yeah, of course, good result for us. Yeah.
At half time, was there anger in the dressing room? Was there?
No, the gaffer wasn't happy, but because the first half for us was hard, but we had a good direction in the second half, and that's the most important.
How much confidence is there that the team will stay in the top flight this season?
I don't know. We trust all the players are important, and I don't know. Sorry about my English.
That's okay. When you look at your squad, do you think you're strong enough?
Of course,
Yeah.
we will stay in Premiership, of course,
And why? How would you explain it?
because we are confident and we are like how can I say?
Is it the spirit alone, or do you have ability and spirit? Is that the?
I don't understand.
Do you have team spirit and the skill,
No.
the quality?
Yeah, we have quality, but we are strong here.
Yeah.
It's just our mind, and that's all.
You seem surprised even to be considered, as possible relegation candidates just because you came up. Do you think you can aim higher this season?
Yeah, maybe you think this, but we are confident. We will stay up. No problem. We will see.
Do you have any personal ambitions or targets for this season? Last season you obviously lost the clean sheets in the championship. Do you have a number in mind or anything?
No, it's a different season. Now last season was in championship. Now we are in Premiership. Everything will be different, but let's do it.
How highly do you rate your manager?
I don't know. He's a good guy, good manager. That's all.
What is his secret? What do you think it is about him?
I can't tell you. It's a secret.
What was his temperament? What was his emotion like at half time?
I don't know, depend of the player. I was confident, but I think everybody was like this. Okay, first half was bad, but let's do it in the second half.
Yeah. How did you feel about the second goal when you got down?
I tried to push the ball we were unlucky, I think, but it was a good reaction for us.
How did you feel yourself?
I'm okay, I'm happy in Scotland, happy in
About-
Livingston. Yeah, about the goal.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a mistake from me, from another player, I don't know. But we just need to switch after this, that's all.
How important is it to have so many experienced players in the dressing room?
It's important. Yeah, we have girls, Danny Wilson, and a lot of players like this. And we are still learning, so yeah, it's important for us to have them.
Scott Pittman has been at the club a long time.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic goal at a pressure moment.
Yeah.
How good a player do you think he is?
I don't know.
I don't know.
No, I don't know. He's a good player, but
Yeah. He being one of the most experienced players, is he particularly important for the team this season, do you think?
he's important. But that's all.
Yeah. And yourself this season?
Yeah.
How big a season is this in your career?
Okay.
How you are playing at the top level in Scotland? So
This
for
is
you
my
as a
first time
goalkeeper-
in Premiership.
Yeah.
I play in Liga in France, in Spain, but in Scotland this is my first Premiership season. So we will see. But I'm confident and the team are confident.
Yeah.
That's all.
Right, well, so there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jerome.